Welcome to the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. In today's video, the hype is real as we delve into the potential revelations of One Piece Chapter 1100. Eiichiro Oda is gearing up for another milestone. And it seems like the Egghead Island arc is about to unfold some jaw-dropping truths about Kuma, the Pacifista project, Saturn's intervention, and Bonney's cure. Let's break it down. With One Piece Chapter 1100, Eiichiro Oda's story will hit yet another amazing turning point, and fans can't wait. At the moment, the story is in the Egghead Island arc, and a sad memory is showing Kuma's life. Kuma's character is slowly being explored more with each chapter, and the flashbacks have been nothing short of amazing for fans to see. The flashback is almost over, and since Bonney was finally set up to get better in the last chapter, it's now time for Kuma and the Pacifista project to get all the attention. So, there are a lot of cool things that could happen in One Piece Chapter 1100. Part 1, the Pacifista project begins. The last part of the story showed Kuma finally setting out on the journey to meet Dr. Vegapunk after Dragon told him that the smart scientist was moving to Egghead Island. Kuma finally got to this island with Bonney in a small box and asked Vegapunk for a cure. He was shocked when Vegapunk told him that he could cure Bonney's sickness, but it would cost too much. Due to his buccaneer blood, Vegapunk advised that he use him as a test subject to help him make an army of clones. This army would keep the peace and protect the weak and innocent. The Pacifista army was meant to be that of Vegapunk, and the two sides came to a peaceful agreement. That's where One Piece Chapter 1100 will pick up. Fans will definitely see Kuma and Vegapunk connect with each other more in the next chapters. Oda may have already talked about this interaction. In one of the memories, Kuma and Vegapunk talked about the weight of the soul. This could be related to the next part, and more information could be given about this talk, the weight of the soul, how the Pacifistas came to be, and how long the whole process will take. It's likely that the Pacifista project will be finished in the next chapter. This means that Oda will probably also include Saturn in the next chapter. Part 2, Saturn's intervention. Saturn is going to play a big role in the plot of One Piece Chapter 1100, for sure. At the end of the previous episode, fans saw that Saturn was listening in on Vegapunk and Kuma's talk. In contrast to Vegapunk's plan to build an army to protect the weak and keep the peace, Saturn said that a weapon's real value lies in how many people it can kill. Saturn wasn't happy that Vegapunk turned down the chance to make machines that could kill a lot of people, but he had other ideas. Fans also know that Saturn gets directly involved in things because Bonney admitted that he killed Kuma. In the next part, Saturn will probably either come to Egghead or just tell Dr. Vegapunk what he wants to say and threaten to kill him. The plan was to take away all of Kuma's feelings and memories so that the celestial dragons could use him as the perfect model and killer. Once that was done, he would set up a Pacifista control structure that would give the 5 elders the most power over these amazing tools. Fans will probably see this happen in One Piece Chapter 1100. Part 3, How Kuma Died. Chapter 1100 of One Piece will definitely be about Kuma and how he dies. You could say that Kuma will die in a symbolic way when his memories and feelings are erased during the change. He will not actually die, but he will be left as a cyborg. That being said, Kuma could have built long relationships with people like Vegapunk before that. When Saturn tells Vegapunk what to do, it will be interesting to see what they do and if Saturn talks to Kuma again. Fans are excited to see this because these two characters have already met in God Valley, and it was a very interesting meeting. They might meet again, which could be very interesting since fans know that Kuma's meeting doesn't go so well. It's interesting that the next chapter might also connect some very interesting parts of Kuma and Vegapunk's plan. Kuma fails to remember anything and feels nothing, but he still has some programs inside him. For example, Vegapunk wrote a program in him to protect the Straw Hat Pirate's ship before he lost his memory. At the same time, he seems to feel compelled to protect Bonney from harm as well. It's possible that these orders will be the main focus of One Piece Chapter 1100, which is something that all story fans would love. Also, fans could learn more about whether or not Vegapunk has more secret plans to fight the world government. Part 4, Bonney sets out to the sea. The sapphire scale disease will be cured, which will be a big part of One Piece Chapter 1100. Since Bonney hasn't been healed yet, the job will be finished in One Piece Chapter 1100. Bonney's sapphire scale will finally be taken off, which means she won't have to stay on the island for long. Fans already know that Bonney turns into a pirate and makes it as a member of the worst generation, even though she is still a child. For now, this only means that Bonney will leave to see it very soon. If there is a time skip in One Piece after 1100, fans will get to see her sailing again with the goal of getting to Vegapunk. To get back to the Sorbet Kingdom, Kuma is probably going to have to go on a journey with her. On top of that, Kuma would be able to visit places like Amazon Lily that he missed in the last chapter. People who like the show know that Kuma personally went to every place where the Straw Hats were sent. He strangely left out Amazon Lily in the last chapter. That might have something to do with One Piece, chapter 1100. There are many things that could happen in the next part, and fans also know that it could be very big and have some bigger shocks. Based on how the story is going so far, the next chapter probably won't bring about any big changes. The only things that will likely happen are related to Kuma's character, the creation of the Pacifistas, and the revelation of the tragedy that still haunts Kuma. There you have it, our breakdown of the upcoming One Piece chapter 1100. The revelations surrounding Kuma, the Pacifista project, Saturn's role, and Bonney's journey are set to make this chapter an absolute must-read. What are your predictions? Share them in the comments below, and let's discuss the future of One Piece together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things about One Piece. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our funny sketch videos and anime reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments the group is in a winter scene, and the next they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat, and people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Gold D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Gold D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.